Eu decidi assumir uma missão impossível. Eu decidi eleger o melhor Tomb Raider já feito até hoje. Eu digo que é uma missão impossível porque eu particularmente tenho um carinho muito grande pela franquia como um todo. Por causa disso, eu não decidi passar por isso sozinho. E esse vídeo é uma collab muito especial com um convidado muito especial. Lembrando que isso é com base nas nossas opiniões e deu uma discussão muito interessante. Fica comigo até o final desse vídeo e descubra! So, as you can see, I'm not all alone on this task. Here with me, I have Seth Mackenzie. Hello, my lord. How are you, my lord? Welcome to Tomb Raider from A to Z. How are you, my darling?
I am really good. Thank you so much for the invite. How are you, my dear?
Oh, I'm good. I'm totally good. I'm actually worried about this task that we have. We have to choose the best Tomb Raider ever made. This is gonna be complicated. What do you think?
Well, I don't know. What if we have a massive argument and stop being friends after this?
This is actually a good point to say. Of course, we will find different opinions in this video, but please, Raiders, don't take this personally, okay? Don't take this personally, please. Let's just have fun with Tomb Raider. After all, that's why we are here, right? So, are you ready, Seth?
Sim.
Sim.
Yes.
Oh, he said in Brazilian Portuguese.
Did I say that right?
Yes. With a little bit of British accent, which is fancy. But I love it.
Cool.
I love it. So, Raiders, as you can see, I managed to create a map so we can vote in our opinion, of course, based in our opinions, which is the best Tomb Raider ever made. But for this, we have right here, hold on, where is Photoshop? Right here. Now I have totally control over it. So we have this side, which starts with Tomb Raider Legend, okay? And we have this other side, which starts with Rise of the Tomb Raider. So the thing is, we're gonna choose these games based in our opinions, okay? But this side is totally mine, and that side is Seth's side. Once you are our guest, you can start between Tomb Raider Legend and Tomb Raider 2013. Please, go on. Let's start the war.
The war, yes. The ending of the friendship. No. Well, I'll go with Tomb Raider 2013 just because I think the level design is a lot more open than what Legend offered. And so that kind of does make it a little bit more classic. I like being able to go, here or there or somewhere else. I like how the level design does loop back on hubs, and hubs might be a little bit redesigned, like the mountain village where the plane crashes. Legend is just too short and linear and kiddie-ish, too kind of PG. And 2013 brought back the violence, to be honest. So level design's more open. Lara's more annoying, but it's fine.
But it's because it's the origin story. It's the origin story. She's not ready to raid tombs. It's her first adventure, so I think that's why she's different.
Even still, I think she could have been towards the end of 2013, be a little bit more harder edged. But never mind. What would you go with out of these two then?
Between Legend and 2013?
Yes.
I would probably pick up 2013, Tomb Raider, the second reboot, because the same reason is about Tomb Raider Legend. Legend is my least favorite, for the same reasons. It's extremely short. I like the dual pistols, I like the acrobatic skills, but I'm not a fan of the story as well. And the origin story in Tomb Raider 2013 was, for me, okay, was actually good, was not bad at all. So because of that, I would pick up the same thing. So now it's my turn. I have here Rise of the Tomb Raider or Shadow of the Tomb Raider. If I had to choose between them, it's actually people that actually follow my channel, they know already my opinion. And of course, I'm gonna pick up Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Rise of the Tomb Raider for me was actually... I was so disappointed when I played Rise of the Tomb Raider back in the day, because like the game is beautiful, the game is fun, the game is great, don't get me wrong, Rise of the Tomb Raider is great. But Shadow of the Tomb Raider brought some puzzles like in the main game, and I really enjoyed every single puzzle that I had to solve in the game. And for some reason, I felt more into Tomb Raider for some reason.
Fair enough. Yeah, there's all that supplementary stuff on the side of the puzzles that's important.
Yes.
I think, yeah, the puzzles are better, but like Shadow just has so many invisible walls and inconsistent mechanics. You know, that ledge you can grab, but that one that looks identical you can't grab. That wall you can like scramble up, but that one that looks identical you cannot scramble up. It's forced walking everywhere. Interestingly, people complain about Paititi, but I don't think that's right. I mean, Shadow's biggest problem, to be honest. Actually, I'll give a bit of credit to Shadow. I quite like the twist that Lara always searches for, you know, a long forgotten, abandoned civilization, and Paititi is she's expecting it to be abandoned, but actually there's still people there. That's quite cute. But nah, it's just all the other stuff. Invisible walls, terrible story still, bland music. Then again, Rise has that as well, but I just think Rise has so much better pacing and more consistent mechanics. I hate forced walking so much. So hopefully with SSDs on current gen, that will be less of a thing.
So now we have, it's your turn, between Tomb Raider Underworld and Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness. Oh god, this is gonna be the Second World War.
As if you can't guess my opinion, but yeah, definitely night and day. Angel of Darkness is better. That's the one I would pick. They are the two Tomb Raiders that have the most unfulfilled potential. Like, yeah, Underworld could have been so good. Like the whole Thor's Gauntlet thing, picking up big structures and repairing them. Man, you could do so much with that. But to be honest, Angel of Darkness has such a good story, obviously, great atmosphere, amazing music. Once you get used to the controls, it's okay. The controls and camera kind of suck for both of them, but at least Angel of Darkness has a good style, like good atmosphere, story, the way Lara looks and moves, her personality is just like peak. Yeah, I just always have such a fun time. It's my comfort game, actually. Like, I can start a new game as soon as I see the credits. So, yeah, even though it's a complete mess, I love it, irrationally or not.
I have nothing else to say to increase everything that you said, because I would pick up the same thing. Like, Tomb Raider The Age of Darkness, it was my first Tomb Raider that I had to play. Like, was the first Tomb Raider that I had. And I just fell in love with it. Like, I was 8 years old when I played it for the first time, and I didn't know it was actually the worst Tomb Raider game. Like, I didn't know the whole situation, and I could play it easily. Like, an 8 years old kid was able to play this game easily. So yeah, the controls could be like a mess, but is that a big deal? It's always something that I used to ask people back, like, is that a big deal? Because an 8-year-old person like myself was able to play it easily, and I really enjoyed this game. Like, I used to say the same thing as you did. It's the game that I just finished this game, and I could start it right now. Like, I could start it right over again, because the acting is perfect, the script, the atmosphere, the graphics, everything is so perfect about this one.
I mean, when it comes to bad controls, the original Resident Evil 4 and Red Dead Redemption 2, they have shockingly bad controls, and people love them. So, yeah, that's all I'm saying.
That's the wrap. Love it. Okay, so now we have Tomb Raider Anniversary and the first Tomb Raider, the original Tomb Raider. I think this is not going to be difficult to choose. Like, come on. Like, come on. I love Tomb Raider Anniversary. Like, it was... I remember the first time that I played this game. I had loads of fun. But it's not great as the original. And I think it's hard to do so. Like, it's hard to make a remake which is better than the original. I mean, it's not every franchise that it's able to do so. So yeah, I'm going totally to Tomb Raider 1. Like, Tomb Raider 1 it's the best. Like, speaking like overall, like Tomb Raider 1 is just perfect.
Yeah, I completely agree. There's more levels, better music. I know people love the music for Anniversary, but a lot of it's really cartoony sounding. So yeah, Tomb Raider 1 is bigger, longer, better art style, more colors. I have a friend that loves Anniversary, Bartoli, but so I don't want to trash it too badly. But
sorry, Bartolis, please, sorry.
Nah, it's all good. But yeah, Tomb Raider 1, 100%. You said that it's hard to remake a game. I think you can do a remake that is better than the original if you make the right decisions. For example,
totally.
Crash N. Sane Trilogy and Spyro Reignited. They were not remasters, they were remakes from the ground up, but they were extremely faithful. So I think with those, you gain more than you lose. So those to me are such good remakes. They actually nullify the originals. So, you know, they could have made a good remake if they wanted to, but they didn't. So yeah.
Okay, now it's your turn again. You have Tomb Raider 2 starring Lara Croft against Tomb Raider Chronicles.
So I love them both. I really do. Like, Chronicles is so underrated. Like, I absolutely adore Chronicles. In fact, I'd take it over Last Revelation. But compared to Tomb Raider 2, which is my first ever Tomb Raider, not that that's the reason why I'm saying this, but I do prefer Tomb Raider 2 because, hey, it is longer. There's more levels, bigger levels, you know, better sense of adventure. I love the Maria Doria or Maria Doria. I don't know how you're meant to pronounce it, but it's it's just got so much more challenge and content. The Temple of Xian, however you pronounce it, is, I think, one of the best levels in the franchise. Like, that is the blueprint for the perfect Tomb Raider level. Well, that and Palace Midas. So yeah, Tomb Raider 2 does pretty much everything right. I just wish it had more of a story and less human enemies, and it'd be freaking perfect. So yeah, but I still love Chronicles, you know.
Yeah, please, people, don't take Seth wrong, okay? Don't take him wrong, okay? But yeah, I like your decision. I think I would be the same way. Like, I do love Chronicles, like small stories, like small adventures about Lara, like adventures that we've never seen before. I like that. Please don't get me wrong now. But Tomb Raider 2 and Chronicles, they are my least favorite from the classic era. I love them. I love them. Like, as I used to say here in the channel, like, classic Tomb Raider, they are all stored in a box called Love of My Life. So they're all the love of my life. But Tomb Raider 2 has loads of enemies, like, it's loads of enemies, so all the time I have to, like, be holding the weapons, and every time that I had to be shooting at something. And Chronicles, it's short, but at the same time it has some new features that I really enjoyed. But anyway, I would pick up the same thing. I would pick up the same option as you do.
Last Revelation or Tomb Raider 3?
Oh, God.
What, you love them both so much, or?
It's hard for me. This is getting tough. I would probably be, for sure, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Tomb Raider The Last Revelation for sure, because I really like it, the idea of how the script of the game actually had an upgrade. I had this feeling that Tomb Raider The Last Revelation really looked like a film but it doesn't lose the ability to be a game. Like, it is a
Yes.
game, but at the same time it is a movie. So you can feel what Lara feels against Vanna. You can feel the range, like, from Vanna when it's about Lara Croft, and like they both hate each other. And I do love Egypt. I do love Egypt. Like, I always used to say that The Last Revelation is an epic Egyptian adventure. It's because Tomb Raider 3 is actually extremely hard. Like, it's
Yeah.
like a Dark Souls. It's like Dark Souls in the franchise. Like, why it's so hard? And I don't think The Last Revelation is that hard. It might be exhausted to play The Last Revelation because it's the longest. But I don't know. I love The Last Revelation. I love The Last Revelation. I do like Tomb Raider 3, Adventures of Lara Croft, but The Last Revelation, yeah, I would pick up The Last Revelation.
You're right about the story being a massive upgrade. It's the first time they really took it seriously, and yeah, it's they didn't sacrifice gameplay for story. Like, this is one of those examples where you can have a really good story but not have cinematic forced walking and all that crap. So yeah, although they made Lara so ugly in that game, uglier than Underworld Lara, so maybe she deserved to die at the end. Nah. But damn, why did they make her such an alien in it? Yeah. But anyway, I would choose Tomb Raider 3. Why is it so hard? Maybe core design were in a bad mood at the time. But
yeah.
I
think this is actually one of the bright sides of Tomb Raider 3. Like, that is really what makes Tomb Raider 3 a Tomb Raider 3. Like, this is the reason that he exists.
I mean, I love Tomb Raider 3, but it does take the piss when it comes to how hard it is. It didn't need to be that complex, but it is my second favorite Tomb Raider of the franchise. I love all the different locations, you know, like, you don't get bored in one location. As soon as you maybe start to, you're suddenly somewhere else. You know, I love the variety. So South Pacific, India is beautiful, Nevada, yeah. And I do hope the next game takes place in India. That would be a really nice callback. And so, yeah, I've always loved Tomb Raider 3. Last Revelation is so tedious at the second half, Cairo, and some parts of Giza. I just can't get behind it. Sorry, it's the only classic I've not liked.
It's fair enough. It's fair enough. Now we have Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light and Lara Croft and the Temple of Osiris. So
yeah, they're both brilliant. I really freaking love both of them so much. I think I would just about give it to Guardian of Light. So you can cross off Temple of Osiris. I prefer Guardian of Light's level after level after level structure. I don't really need it to be open world-ish. I think Temple of Osiris was a bit shorter, but I love the Egyptian setting. And, you know, I love the art style. It's kind of reminiscent of Core's Anniversary Edition because it's so colorful. Like, it's realistic, but it's really colorful. It's a little bit cartoony, so it's a good half and half. But yeah, Temple of Osiris, I kept finding invisible walls, which, you know, annoy me. So there were less of that in Guardian of Light. So Guardian of Light edges forward just a little bit, but I freaking love them both.
Which is, I believe it was a hard decision.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And you? What would you pick?
Well, it's hard because, as I said, like, Egypt is one of my personal loves about ancient world. Like, I do love Egypt. And I really would like to choose the Temple of Osiris, but I would pick up the Guardian of Light because I don't like the open world style they tried to create in that game. Like, I don't want a Tomb Raider in an open world style. And they tried to do so in the Temple of Osiris, and I was like, for some reason, it's I can see the end of the game coming in that style. So I can see, oh, the end is coming. The end is coming. But when I played the Guardian of Light, I didn't have that feeling to see the ending coming. So I
Yeah.
enjoy it much more, the Guardian of Light. Like, I do love both of them. And in fact,
Yeah.
I had loads of hate about this game back in the day, like back in 2010. I was like, why it's not called Tomb Raider? What is this isometric camera? Where is everything? And I was like, well, let's give it a go. And I enjoy it. I really enjoy it.
Because it's not called Tomb Raider is why I think it's okay if they do something crazy with it. So yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so now we have Lara Croft Go and Lara Croft Relic Run. I must say that I only bring Relic Run just to fill the empty spaces. I must say. Of course it's gonna be Lara Croft Go, my choose, of course. Like, come on. Relic Run is just a simple phone game, which is okay. I'm not against it. But come on, let's say Lara Croft Go, it's so well made. It's like with fun puzzles. It's so interesting. The atmosphere, the sound, it's simple. It is simple, but I think it's meant to be simple. And I think this is the charm of the game.
Yeah, I think I'm the same. I haven't played much of Relic Run. I did like the art style, really nice and colorful, but Lara Croft Go was surprisingly so good and fun and quite difficult. I did have to use a walkthrough for a lot of the later levels. Yeah, I loved Lara Croft Go a lot.
Okay, so now it's your turn again. You have to choose between Tomb Raider 2013 and Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness.
I mean, definitely Angel of Darkness. I mean, what can I say? It's got more entertainment value. Because I know how this looks to people that don't get or love Angel of Darkness. Like, why would you choose that? But ultimately, it's peak entertainment value. So even if the gameplay is in some ways lesser to Tomb Raider 2013, that is made up for in every other way. You know, story, music, atmosphere, dialogue, Lara. Like, even the animations are so much better in Angel of Darkness. It just feels more like a Tomb Raider game. So yeah, it's got to be Angel of Darkness. What would you go for?
Oh, I would choose the same. Like, no discussion about it, right? Like, no mystery about it. There's no mystery about it. Totally the Angel of Darkness. Like, and I think how funny it is because, like, Tomb Raider: The Age of Darkness is probably the most linear classic game of the franchise, but still, we're still in the tombs. We're still involved with it. We still are solving puzzles and making platforming challenges, and all the rest is like it is a Tomb Raider game. I still feel a Tomb Raider game on it.
Yeah, and I've never minded when Lara's not in a tomb. And yet it still feels more Tomb Raider than 2013, which is like entirely in an ancient space. So yeah, I get you.
All right, so now I have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Oh god, this is ridiculous. Now I have Shadow of the Tomb Raider and the original Tomb Raider. Oh, come on, people. Come on. We don't have anything to say about it. Like, we are talking about the original Tomb Raider. The original, like, the original Tomb Raider.
But you're not putting Tomb Raider 1 up there purely because it was the first. You're doing it because actually it is a better game, or...
No, I think it is a better game. I think it's a better game. Because, for example, you don't... As you said, like, all the reasons that makes you don't like Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the same reasons for mine. But I was hoping for the puzzles, and they gave me the puzzles. So comparing to Rise of the Tomb Raider, I had a better experience in Shadow of the Tomb Raider. But speaking as a Tomb Raider, a Tomb Raider fan, speaking as Tomb Raider, well, you don't have invisible walls in Tomb Raider 1. Lara Croft can grab in almost every single ledge in the game.
Yes.
And that offers like a massive options of exploration. You can try. What about if I jump on that ledge? What about if I jump on that platform? And doing so, you're able to find secrets.
Freedom.
Freedom. This is all about freedom, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider doesn't give me that.
Isn't it funny that 4 generations worth of technology later, Shadow has so much less freedom and mechanical consistency than one of the first 3D games ever? That's just hilarious to me. So is my choice now between Angel of Darkness and Tomb Raider 2?
No, you have to choose between Tomb Raider 2 and Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light.
I mean, definitely Tomb Raider 2. I mean, you know, maybe you could say it's unfair to compare a spin-off with a proper Tomb Raider, but in terms of overall entertainment value, I mean, I would have hypothetically picked Guardian of Light over, say, Underworld. So, no, I don't think it's unfair to have this comparison. But still, Tomb Raider 2 has more, you know, content to offer, more levels, more exploration, better music, just more raw fun factor, you know, and more freedom, to be honest, with its mechanics. So yeah, Tomb Raider 2 quite easily.
Now I have to pick up between Tomb Raider The Last Revelation and Lara Croft Go. Of course, it's gonna be The Last Revelation, like, of course, like, I'm sorry
Okay.
to go. Well, because it's funny because where you say that The Last Revelation is tedious because it's long, you have to explore. Like, no, I totally agree. Don't get me wrong, please. Don't be offended. But this is one of the reasons that I really enjoy The Last Revelation, because I am on my own with Lara, exploring the coastal ruins, like go inside the catacombs of Alexandria and making my way back. And then I have to find a key, and then I have to where I should use that key, and you have to explore all over again, and then you find a cave that leads you to Cleopatra's palaces, and I like that. I really feel like an explorer in Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Sorry, Lara Croft Go. Oh my god, people, I do love Lara Croft Go. Don't get me wrong, don't hate me. I do love Lara Croft Go, but The Last Revelation... This game...
You love it too much.
Oh my god, sorry.
Yeah. Just to clarify my position, when I say that Last Revelation is tedious, I just mean Cairo and some parts of Giza, because there are so many crawl spaces in Last Revelation where you climb up, it's one block forward, you slowly turn around and crawl back out, and then you have to go through it again. It happens a lot, and there's a lot of mazes. So yeah, like the Masturbass, and is it Khufu's Queen's Pyramids? There's another maze. There's so many mazes, and it's so tedious.
Yeah, you can find a maze underneath the Sphinx, which is underwater.
Yeah. Oh, that one is the worst.
Yes, exactly. I hate that. I really hate that.
And I get that you like, you know, going into different levels, finding a key. But I think when you're backtracking like 2 loading screens ago, it's a bit too much. Like, I love exploration, but sometimes it's
too much.
Too much.
I got your point. Okay, now you have Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness and Tomb Raider 2. This is going to be intense. Oh my god.
Is it?
This friendship is about to over.
Is it? I'm very curious. Nah. Well, so my favorite Angel of Darkness versus my very first Tomb Raider 2, feels strange to say, but yeah, Angel of Darkness is superior. What can I say? In terms of entertainment value and replayability, I just feel like I can dive into it quicker, have a good time. If I'm ever going to show a friend a Tomb Raider game, it'll be Angel of Darkness, because it's just got that package of, you know, the exploration, the freedom, but also a really good story. It's so good. But I still freaking love Tomb Raider 2 very much. It's in my top 4, at least my top 5. It's up there. So yeah, what would you go for? Tomb Raider 2?
No.
Really?
I would pick up The Angel of Darkness because it as I said, like when I played this game for the first time, it was actually one of my first games in my entire life. I don't see it as a like, it is problematic. It has problems. I'm not saying otherwise. But what's the big deal? Like, it's I don't understand when people say, "Oh, I tried to play The Angel of Darkness, it was so horrible," and I was like, really?
But they love Cyberpunk. That's unfinished.
Thank you, Seth McKenzie. Thank you, Seth McKenzie. So when I played this game, I don't know if I'm choosing The Angel of Darkness because of nostalgia, because I have a special feeling because it was my first Tomb Raider game. The Angel of Darkness is that kind of game that I'm start all over again, and Tomb Raider 2 is the game that I would I'm not in the mood for Tomb Raider 2 right now. But I am for Tomb Raider The Age of Darkness, for example. I'm sorry, Raiders, if you're still watching us. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
I hope no one's unsubscribed.
Well, now I have an impossible task here. Between Tomb Raider 1 and Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. Oh gosh. There's a massive guy inside of me screaming like, please pick up The Last Revelation. But there's some moments in the game, like The Last Revelation, that I really don't like. There is some small moments, as you said, like the Cairo levels. I'm not a fan of the Cairo levels. I'm not a fan of loads of mazes in the game, but Tomb Raider 1, there is nothing wrong with that game. Like the original Tomb Raider, there's something about Tomb Raider 1 that makes him perfect. Tomb Raider 1 is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really sorry, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation. I'm about to cry.
He will forgive you.
I'm actually feeling pain right now. There is a few moments in The Last Revelation that I don't like the game, with just a feel. Tomb Raider 1 has nothing wrong, so Tomb Raider 1.
Yeah, I agree. It's way tighter. Just more well-designed levels. They don't waste your time like Last Revelation does a lot of the time. It doesn't outstay its welcome. Tomb Raider 1, 100%. It's pretty much perfect.
And now we have our finals. Now we have the final conflict. Now we have Tomb Raider The Angel of Darkness, and we have Tomb Raider 1. What's your opinion?
Well, still Angel of Darkness, to be honest. Like, again, that overall entertainment value, the pros outweigh the cons compared to Tomb Raider 1. It is extremely difficult to say. I mean, it does hurt like it does for you. So, yeah, it's almost a messed up decision. It's like choosing between your children. Well, luckily I don't have any, but still, I think, and I don't want any either. But, yeah, Angel of Darkness. But
you would pick up The Angel of Darkness as the best Tomb Raider ever made?
Yeah, I know it's weird, but whatever, man. What would you pick?
I don't know. I really don't know. If I'm gonna say it, only using my emotionals, it's gonna be The Angel of Darkness. It's gonna be The Angel of Darkness.
Listen to your heart, yeah.
Yeah, if I listen to my heart, it's gonna be The Angel of Darkness. But there is a reason for that as well. Because I had an experience with a friend here from Brazil. He never played The Angel of Darkness because he always thought it was a problematic game, so he never gave a chance for it. But he played it recently, the PS2, because I was like in his head, like, play the freaking game and make your own opinion. And he actually loved the game. He'd love it. Like he can tell. Like the game has problems. Lara Croft is wearing pants and then she's wearing shorts. She doesn't have the dual pistols. She doesn't wear the sunglasses. She appears suddenly with the sunglasses in cutscenes. So yeah, the game has problems. It's not a 5-star game, but he played easily. And I remember when he played Tomb Raider 1 and he struggled with the controls because it's tank controls and some people had loads of problems to get used to tank controls. He had more fun playing The Angel of Darkness instead of Tomb Raider 1. And
that's interesting.
That was way interesting for me. Like, so if I'm gonna use my heart to make this decision, it's The Angel of Darkness, but Tomb Raider 1 is a finished project. It's a finished game, so...
Well, that is actually in Angel of Darkness's favor. If Angel of Darkness is unfinished, but you're still having a hard time deciding, then that kind of makes it look like Angel of Darkness is even better, because if it was finished, it would be potentially even higher. So, yeah. Plus, I think Angel of Darkness wins, because I'm really more sure about it than you. You're on the fence, so... I think Angel of Darkness wins. So,
just because I want to start the third war, I'm gonna choose the Angel of Darkness.
Yeah, you're definitely going to lose some viewers. Nah. We're all adults here. We can appreciate other people's opinions without freaking out.
Exactly. But it's interesting to make it clearly, as I did in at the beginning of the video. This was made based in our opinions. It's not the truth, okay? It's based in my experience in my childhood, and the same thing goes about Seth. So,
Yeah.
of course, this is going to be different if I would pick up with a different person or someone else would try to make it. Of course, it's going to be different because it's all a matter of opinion after all. Like, but yeah, once I want to set chaos in this video, I'm gonna pick up the Angel of Darkness, which is the most problematic Tomb Raider ever made. Oh my god, it's so bugged, it's so glitched. So yeah.
I didn't expect it. That is really fun and interesting. I really didn't expect it. But then I guess for my side, it was always going to come to the top because it was my favorite. But yeah, but then you came to agree with that. So that is really interesting. Yeah, this was fun. This is a good experiment.
You actually made me think because you said, well, if you already think like when you make a decision using your heart as emotional, if you're already picking up the Angel of Darkness, which is unfinished, what if the game was really finished? So wow, that would be the best Tomb Raider game ever made for sure. So yeah, sorry guys.
Way better than Shadow. Ooh.
But overall, Seth McKenzie, thank you so much for being part of it. Thank you so much for the entertainment, for the fun. Thank you for being part of it, for this first collab here in the channel. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did because wow, it was intense. I need to take a shower after that because wow.
It wasn't that intense. I think we agreed a lot. We're still friends.
Yeah,
but yes,
exactly.
thank you for having me on the channel. It was really sweet, so I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. And what about you, Raiders? Are you still watching the video? What's your opinion? Please make your opinion here in the comments. I would love to read them. And again, thank you for passing by, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Bye.